moved the needle tremendously for him. He's still the same. He's still the same player. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna give you more points, but Donovan ain't no defensive stalwart. There's nothing that just stands out about Donovan. There's still like
so when you add him with Kevin Love, Darius Garland, Ricky Rubio, Garris LeVert, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, you think they're still going to make the play-in? Why? Because of your Sixers?
So first of all, we're not going to disrespect because my Sixers cats and destroyed them cats at full power last year. So I don't even want to hear that. Donovan Mitchell is not going to make in there for that.
There's no Donovan last year, bro.
I really don't believe that they're not. They won't move up to like the 6th seed.
Do you see how loaded the East is, and it got better?
But they were 8th last year. Did they not get better in 8th place?
But let's remember they fell down to 8th.
I think they had an injury though. I think somebody went down in the end of the season.
Jared Allen.
At
the end of the season, Jared Allen, but they were still falling down, yo. It wasn't consistent.
Did we not the same team? Are you confusing them with Chicago Bulls? Because Chicago Bulls started high and then they went on the down spiral. Yes.
Now the Bulls could be a team that could fall out and they could come in because Lonzo ain't healthy. But the fact of the matter is, the East got better.
Toronto didn't get better.
The East got better.
Who got better?
I think they're better.
All the teams at the top.
Are they better? Are they better than the Hornets?
You're gonna have Brooklyn for a whole year where Kyrie doesn't have to miss games, where Ben Simmons can show 20% of the time, and he plays defense, and they're winning games.
Well, look, let's just cut it. We're gonna have this conversation. We're gonna hop into it. Welcome to the Full 94. We are here, full of effect. Nice. Took a week off for the holiday, but we back.
We're live for 2 minutes, and you brought this slander in here. You know
man, I had to watch it. I had to make sure because this is when you're truthful. This is when you let it all hang out.
I'm truthful at all.
You know what I mean? You let it all hang out. I wanted people to feel your feeling. You came in here with some fervor, and I enjoy it because I'm gonna meet you with it. You know what I mean?
Like the feds turning the
I'm gonna meet you with the fervor tonight, my boy.
Looking like the feds.
Say that.
Let's get it in here, dog. You know what I mean? We here in full effect. Let's get. Hey, welcome to the 494 Sports Talk with C. C is in the building. Wildress in the building, and his feelings already been 3 minutes.
It's nasty.
Already in his feelings, man. Hey, Miles off. You already know what it is, man.
With the first 48, like yo, come you up to bed. Come on, man.
First 3 minutes, getting feelings already. Let's get. That's how I like to get you in the show. That's how I do it. Rile you up, then I press the button. That's how I like to get it down. You know what I mean? 494. Look, we here in effect. Y'all want to talk more just like this? We're here for it, man. Let's get it. 494 MTMV Sports. Yeah. Yes, sir. Welcome to the 494. We're here. I'm feeling it. I love it. We got comments already. Shout out. Come on, look at this. Oh, please. Kyrie's going to miss because he found out North Pole was real. Look at that. Look, his voice coming for you already. Lord Jesus. I'm trying to tell you. Good evening. Good evening, boys. I appreciate it, bro.
I don't care nothing about this right now.
Appreciate you tapping in, my boy. God bless it. Thank you for coming here to tap in with us, man. Look, it's the 494. We here for it. See, how you feeling this evening? You on mute, Rebecca. Talk to me real quick. Unmute yourself first. We love it. We love hearing that up north accent. Talk to us.
Hi, guys. How are you? I'm doing amazing. Make sure everyone go read that article I wrote. But, bro.
Yes, ma'am.
How you feeling? Is your skin luxurious?
My skin is always luxurious. You know what I'm saying? My attitude is always on 10. You know what I'm saying? You know, Will just ruffling his head. You gonna get what you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my Hillman College t-shirt. I came here feeling like I was just gonna be laid back and cool today. You know what I'm saying? On the Dwayne Wayne vibe. But you know, Miles, of course, is the feds. You know what I'm saying? Miles is first 48. Miles put the bucket of chicken in front of me and was like, let me turn this light on. I don't care that y'all even heard it. You know what I'm saying? But just the fact that, like, yo, I was like, yo, and say we live for like the last minute and y'all keep asking me the same question. Oh, that's what you're trying to do. Yeah, I don't care about it.
But like for real, is it no, like you truly don't believe that since we're on the topic.
We're gonna start there. Let's just stay there. We're already here.
That the Cavs didn't get no better with adding Donovan Mitchell. Like
it's not that the Cavs didn't get any better. The question was, where do you see them? They're still gonna be a play-in team, whether you like it or not.
So you don't think they're gonna go to like 5 or 6 in the East?
No.
So you think Boston's gonna do what they do again?
Yeah.
Miami, Boston.
You think Miami's gonna do what they do again?
Yep.
You think the Nets are gonna do what they did again? Or
Brooklyn,
better? Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now. So Miami, Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, Brooklyn. Then you got the Hawks got better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whether you like it or not, Toronto's always gonna be there. I don't know how they do it, but Toronto's always there. And then you still got the Bulls.
I think 5, 6, or 7 is their ceiling.
Yeah.
7 is the play-in.
I think, but 7. I get when you say that. I get when you're saying that. But I'm saying 7 to me is like I think they're a 6th place team. They could be in the 6th. I think between them and the Hawks, I couldn't tell you which team is better.
You also thought Anthony Davis was going to take the Lakers to the playoffs, man. Move on.
Oh, a healthy Anthony Davis can do whatever he wants.
He can't even stay healthy in 2K23.
So let's not get. If you're gonna qualify your statement a healthy AD, don't get it twisted. If we're gonna do it correctly.
Healthy AD shows up for like 10 games a season, man. Stop playing.
Look, hey, if he's healthy, we good. If he's not, we not good. It's easy.
I just think that he adds a spice.
If Joel Embiid goes down, 76ers ain't nothing. We get it. It's the same.
Figure that.
Come on, man.
Nah, you're not.
I'll take LeBron over James Harden any day. That's just me though. You putting your trust in Tobias Harris? Come on, watch out, bro.
Oh, so you brought up LeBron already? I ain't even saying nothing about LeBron. There you go.
I did.
Look, what I'm saying is no AD and no Joel. I'm taking the Lakers.
How? You couldn't even take the Lakers last year.
I don't trust Harden. I trust LeBron.
You had LeBron. You got 4 Hall of Famers on the team. You couldn't take the Lakers last year.
4 Hall of Famers. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not trying to hear that.
4 Hall of Famers.
We're supposed to be talking about the Cavaliers.
Tell me 4 Hall of Famers.
Harden will win 40 games by himself.
Yeah, you are. All right.
In comparison to your Lakers.
When you do that?
I'm not even about to do all that.
When the last time Harden did that?
Listen. This is what I want you to do.
Harden ain't been the same since he left. What you mean?
This is what I want you to do. I want you to wait until the Lakers actually do something this season, and then we can come back and have this conversation. Until then, you ain't make the playoffs, so you ain't got no conversation.
Easy. It's really easy to talk when you got a healthy squad. It's very easy to do that.
So you truly believe? No. So you truly believe that Harden can win 40 games by himself?
No,
not you.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
With the Houston Rockets with no center.
That was when he was in the Houston.
Hold on, wait a minute. You asked a question. James Harden with no center, and no other All-Stars was top 5 in the Western.
But he's not doing that right now.
Exactly.
That's not we're not talking about Houston Rocket, Harden.
He is healthy.
Said you can't. Okay, you said you can't. He can't bring up LeBron, so you can't bring up James Harden and Houston Rockets because he's not that player.
Harden. I didn't bring up James Harden. You asked
because
question.
He's on Philly.
Mike D'Antoni. He took a Mike D'Antoni team and was still top 5. Mike D'Antoni don't even play defense.
Mike D'Antoni's system is trash. But Mike D'Antoni's system is scheduled around a star.
Your arguments are trash and it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
You haven't made sense when you mentioned Harden would win 40 games by himself. That's crazy.
You cut the joint on, you know what I'm saying, without letting me know. You know what I'm saying? You got Steve to try to box me in the corner, so Steve was out here wearing the wire. Yo, I'm with it.
I don't wear wires. I'm gonna feel how I feel. I'm gonna tell you right now. If I have to get myself I'll snitch quick. See ya.
We know you a snitch, see? We know you a snitch. The way it was up here. I'm done, bro.
I just don't.
Real, boy.
We're gonna have this conversation. We're gonna have this conversation about the Cavs mid-season, and make sure we gotta make sure we get everything you said.
Stay on track.
Okay. And this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Miami, Boston, Milwaukee. I think Miami falls. Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, no Toronto.
I just don't think they're gonna have the.
Am I gonna be able to say it? I'm gonna give you your time. I'm gonna give you time to respond. I got you. You know what I mean? I gotta give my opinion. You'll give yours. That's how we do it, right?
Y'all
take a sip. Sip your tea, brother.
On Kelly Rowland's internet, but you know
what? Sip your tea, G. I got Boston. I don't think Miami gets 50 games this year. I really don't. Boston, Milwaukee, Philly. I think Toronto. I think they're better than Toronto. I think they're better than Chicago. Brooklyn's gonna come back. They're gonna win more than 44 games for sure. I think the Hawks and the Cleveland are gonna shake up the Eastern Conference. I really believe that. DeJounte Murray and into that piece in Cleveland. So I'm in a place where I can't say what Cleveland and Atlanta are gonna do to the Eastern Conference. I don't know what that looks like, and I'm not sure how you're so firm on your belief that they're just a sure-in play-in team. Like, are they 7-8, 9-10? Like, are we talking 9-10 play-in or 7-8 play-in?
You literally made my point for me when you said they're 6 or 7. They're 17, big dog.
I think they're a 6th-place team. But when you say play-in, I think 9-10. I don't think it's 7-8.
Okay, I don't have time for your technicalities. I'm going based off the real.
Well, I'm just saying. If you're saying when I say playing, I think 9-10.
If I ask you for collard greens with hot sauce and you give me collard greens and tell me, oh, you forgot the hot sauce, you didn't give me what I asked for. Give me what I asked for. The play-in is what? 7 through 10, right?
So you're saying 7 through 10. I think possibly they could be a 17.
Because you consider it 9 and 10. Don't mean
I consider it 9. I don't think they're going to be. When I look play-in, I think 9-10 because these are the teams that are getting the benefit of the play-in tournament. 7 and 8 don't get a benefit. 9 and 10.
Teams being in the play in the last few years that you don't know what an actual playoff team looks like. So that's why I can't go by your thoughts.
I think they're a top 6 team.
Me too.
I think they're a top 6 team. I think 5 and 6 will be battled, or 6th place will be battled for Atlanta and Cleveland. That's what I'm looking at. I think both of those teams are nice because honestly,
he has his 6s winning. So
because you're not giving me, I'm solid 5 teams that are above them: Boston, Milwaukee, Philly.
See, we're Brooklyn. See, you trying to be detective?
I'm not trying to be detective, but you already know how I feel about the players in the 6s. So yeah.
I feel the same way, Mike.
Yo. See, that's the thing. I'm not even saying that Cleveland got worse. The question they asked me was, where do I see Cleveland? And I say, Cleveland's gonna be a play-in team. Like that's it. Like, what you mean?
But no. But no, you didn't only say that they were gonna be playing team. You said Donovan Mitchell doesn't move the needle at all.
He doesn't.
It don't make no sense to me.
He's an okay. What does Donovan Mitchell do on defense?
He's a career 27-point game scorer.
Like you brought up offense. What does Donovan do on defense?
I don't know. Donovan, he's not a liability.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Donovan doesn't do nothing on defense, right? So now he's coming to an up-and-coming team who literally had their success from sharing the ball. They were literally selfless. Mm-hmm. Now you're bringing in a superstar who's going to demand the ball, who's going to run.
Do you still think he feels like a superstar though? After his, called it 2 failed seasons, he might got something to prove.
I can't say
he kind of do. He kind of got something to prove.
But did he have a Darius Garland? Did he have a that type of caliber player on the Jazz?
I mean, according to y'all, he had Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert ain't no scorer? What are you talking about?
Seriously? Who said that?
So.
No. We need to go fast. We need to go exactly because I want that.
Co-workers that we talking to at work. You forgot.
On Monday, we gotta rerun that.
So let's keep it a buck, right? Last year the Jazz went 49-33, right?
All right.
They went 49-33 with the defensive player of the year and Donovan Mitchell and other people around them. Okay. The year before that, they won 50-something games, I think.
Oh, they're a regular season team for sure.
With all due respect, bro.
Donovan Mitchell right in the regular season.
Donovan Mitchell is a great player, but he does nothing to make me feel like, oh my God, the Cleveland's gonna be crazy this year. No, I don't see it.
I've had this conversation with about 12 people, and you are the only person that said that. The only person.
I'm a logical person. I'm
logical. What's up?
I don't like Mitchell though, but I think they'll. Let me read. Let's see. Mikey said, "Nah, I say 5. I don't like Mitchell though, but I think they'll. But he'll have to actually play defense for sure. I agree. Caesar also said, I mean, he'll have to play defense. Yeah,
but that's why I said I feel like he has something to prove.
The crazy thing about the statement was he doesn't move the needle at all. That's the part that tripped me out. I don't care if you say that team. I'm not saying they're going to be crazy. I ain't saying they're going to be they're going to be top 3 teams.
Right, let me
I don't believe that.
Let me give you.
But a 27-point game scored ain't going to move nothing.
You know, I dated
5.3 assists average last year.
I dated a girl once who told me to say what I mean and mean what I say. So let me say what I mean and mean what I say. All right? Donovan Mitchell's a great player. When I say he doesn't move the needle, I'm saying he doesn't move the needle for me to where I see them as a top Eastern Conference team because of him.
Can you give me top 5?
That's a given.
They're a good team. My top 5 in the East, yes. In no order: Miami, Boston, Milwaukee.
No, I want it in order.
I don't care that you want it in order. I'm giving it to you how you want it, yo.
In order, my boy.
You're not gonna lock me into that. Miami, Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, and Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at that though.
But then you have to understand the Hawks got better.
Yeah, facts.
Toronto, no matter what, whether you like Toronto or not,
they're better than Toronto.
Was always going to be there.
Thank you.
But they're better than Toronto, though. Let's be real.
Like
Toronto
this year, they have
to be there.
Are they better than Toronto, though?
You can't say they're better than Toronto. Number one, because Toronto is battle tested. Number two, the coaching. The coaching is 2 different things. You can say whatever you want to say about that. Okay, so you got Toronto, the Bulls, the Hawks, the Hornets. Weren't bad. The Hornets actually won 43 games.
They're better than the Hornets.
Number 10 last year. You know what I'm saying? I would say the Knicks because I like the Brunson move, but I don't know how I feel about Julius Randle.
You should know how you feel about Julius. He there.
I don't know.
That's all he doing. He there. He on the court.
But yeah, I don't
know what else he want.
That's it. Like, yo, they're gonna be a play-in team. Like you'll see them go up throughout the season. But when it comes down to it, them last 20, 30 games, how it always ends up, you're gonna see real teams come out. You're gonna see what that schedule look like. And we're gonna be sitting here talking about it. Y'all gonna be like, you know what, Wilders, you might be a genius. And I'm like, okay.
See,
I want to be a defense attorney at once, so I'm gonna always defend me.
So moving forward,
your defense is very Rudy Gobert like, sis. So I'm not even worried about that.
I love Rudy.
So moving forward,
of course you do. Of course you do.
So moving forward, a play-in team, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is the qualification. We will go with that. I think that is very easy.
Like, understand, I'm not saying that there's not a possibility for them to be better.
With the East being the East right now.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get to that player and see what you want to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting much more out of me.
I love it.
Y'all not backing me into a corner, dog. See, trying to pull off the Miles move. I need that. It's not happening, fam.
Hey,
you're not running back come on me.
See, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pass it over to you, sweetheart. I think this is going to be good. I think the WNBA finals have been absolutely crazy. We only got one game in, Aces and the Sun. I honestly think, look, I have to be honest. I think we should have lost that game. The problem for me, and I'm gonna let you talk more about it. The problem for me is I don't think it's Becky. I think it's Las Vegas. They get on the high, they start coasting, and then they gotta ramp it back up to win the game. For me, say it again.
That's what Asia said, and now she had to get in there, you know.
And that's my problem. I'm like, y'all go up, y'all get it by double digits in the first half. Then y'all start battling. They didn't have an assist in the third quarter.
Nope. No, in the second.
Third quarter, no assist. So that to me, I'm like, what is that even? Like, what are you doing to try? You're in the finals. You're in the WNBA finals, right? Like, even, and I will say this. I saw that last play that AT had. 1, AT's a bully, right? Mm-hmm. 2, that bad pass by Chelsea Gray to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum gets it poked. AT gets it. She traveled. She took cool 4 steps. But you know, whatever, it is a WNBA in the NBA. They don't really make that call. But to me, I'm like, Las Vegas has to come out and fight from jump and fight throughout the whole. They don't have a problem fighting in the first half. It's the second half where they're not finishing. And I think AT is nice. Y'all gonna need more from Jonquel.
I mean, Asia scored nothing in the second because the defensive switch from taking JJ off her and putting AT on her. So they was.
AT's a bully. She was giving JJ that work.
Yeah, JJ
was getting that work.
Yeah, she was. I feel like JJ needs to be a little more tougher when she's under the basket. I feel like she gets a lot of balls taken from her.
Yeah.
I wish they would. When they catch it, just shoot it. Stop bringing the ball down.
Yeah,
then you get two defenders to
you. The tallest person on the court. Just keep it up.
That just makes me so mad. But
here's the thing, though, right? That you got to look at, and I kind of look at the Aces this way. Because it happened in the last series. They took Connecticut's best shot. Like, Connecticut came out and was like, we finna bully y'all. I think Chelsea had like 6 turnovers, which was uncharacteristic. Like, they took their best shot and they still won the game. So when we consider the adjustments that Becky's probably going to make in the second game, on top of the fact that when you look at some of the stats, like, this was a game that Connecticut should have won.
They out rebound, they out assist, they did offensive rebounds.
Our top scorer had 6 points,
and the fact that they did not,
Chelsea couldn't hit nothing.
That's scary. Like
couldn't hit nothing.
That's just how it was in game 3. But like Kurt said, it's the little things that are the big things, and that's exactly what you did. You just want to get turnovers in the last 2 minutes. Granted, AT kept you guys in it with 2 defensive plays, but why would DeWanna Bonner have the last shot?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she was 0, 1 for 6 the whole game. I get it.
Yeah, she was off.
But she's no Kelsey Plum. You know what I'm saying? That's not a person that is going to get a shot when you need one, like Plum did. Yeah. Plum went for what? For 4, 6, I believe, before she knocked it down. But she knocked it down when they neided it.
Fact. Statistically, they won every
battle. They sure did. They sure did. And that's when he says it's the little things that are the big things. And AT was spicy, but the team wasn't spicy. You get what? That's what I feel like when they won that game, that closeout game in Chicago against Chicago. Yeah, the entire team was on a totally. Even sitting on the bench, there was a different spiciness to them. And even Courtney was off. I don't know if it was her black eye. I don't know. But even she was off. So I'm gonna always go back to what Kurt said, is doing the little things that are the big things. Them 10 turnovers, missing them free throws.
I mean, assists. I'm looking at assists, rebounds, steals. Yep. I mean, everything. But
every category.
What it is that, like I said, that's the crazy thing, is they gave them their best shot, and Becky's gonna have some tremendous adjustments in game 2, because the thing you got to consider is, the Aces are like the top offense in the league, right?
Don't sit up in here and act like you wasn't scared, because I'll go back to the text saying, I was scared for a little bit.
No, I'm saying I admit that, but you got to look at it like this, right? The Aces are a top team offensive and defensively. The Sun are a top team defensively. You look at what's going to happen in game 2 if Becky makes them adjust. Come on, we got to remember, she a Popovich tree person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When them adjustments come out, this going to be a problem. I think it's going to be a problem, because
that's the problem. Everybody always sleeps on Connecticut because no one even thought they were supposed to be here. Never mind in the playoffs. Never mind the finals. I think that continuously. No, after. But in the beginning, you was not saying the way they was playing. No, I wasn't even saying that Connecticut was going to be in the finals.
But what I'm saying is, we know that they're here now, so nobody's underestimating them. They're a really physical team. I think any other team they play right now, if they would have played the Storm, this would have been a blowout. But the fact is that I cannot ignore, Chelsea had 6 turnovers. They shot 20% from 3. And they still won this game.
It's the little things. Like, at the end of the day, why would you pass it to DeWanna Bonner? That made no sense.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was dumb. Why would you pass it? Like, that was I like, you know what I'm saying? I understand DB, when she's hot, but this game was not it.
That was wild. Yeah.
It's like the little mistakes that equal a big thing.
Why you give it to Bonner, bro?
You should have. But it was a great game. It was a great game.
I think if Connecticut pulls out again, they pull out 1. But I think
Vegas got a 3-1.
I originally said on MTMV Live I saw this 3-2, but honestly, I mean, that's the thing. I don't
won Coach of the Year twice. Don't sleep on Coach Miller.
Now, first of all, I think Coach Miller talks too much. So I mean, that's how I feel about him. I still don't like them statements he made about Candace Parker and them doing all that weird, that's nonsense, buddy. Like, yo, you gotta relax, homeboy. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Becky Von Hammond is still on the other side of the sideline.
Becky Von Hammond.
Hey, listen. Becky and Jones, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, how many shots you gonna shoot, my boy? The whole team, you got to pick one. You can't.
I'm Kobe out here. You know what I'm saying? Rise, Golden, Witty.
So you still got the Aces winning, Miles.
I think I got to win in through. I think after that game, I got them 3-1. Because they should have won that game. Mm-hmm. And I think that's eye opening for me when I'm looking at Connecticut, because they came out and punched them in the mouth. And
they didn't. They got punched in the mouth first. They just actually weathered
the
storm.
They did get punched in the mouth first.
They weathered that storm by.
They got punched in the mouth for like 6 minutes, and then they dominated literally for the entire game.
I just think Connecticut should have took game one for sure. They should have took game one. And
I'm going with squad.
I think they come out. I think Becky gets them right. They win game 2. They go to Connecticut, win the first game, because that's on fire. They are. They're not gonna lose. And then they might get both games in Connecticut, but I think Las Vegas ends it game 4 in Connecticut. You know what I mean? And I think
Vegas takes this next one. The Sun go back to Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? With C out there being the cheerleader and the Fed that she is, and they take that next one, and then Vegas wrapping that joint up. You know what I'm saying? Cheesesteak. You know I'm saying? Let me get with that.
And see if I relay any messages for y'all. What's up? I got you.
No, that's Wilder. He relay any messages for me.
You know, I shout C out on Twitter all day, every day.
I said no, sir. I got you. I'm gonna slip her the number.
I show love on the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I be blocking the homies because the homies be like, yo, what's up with your people? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, bow. But she don't show love. You know what I'm saying?
I do show love. Just when it comes to some certain basketball things, we disagree.
C starting to act like G Money. You know what I'm saying? If C acting like G Money, I got to be my sister's keeper. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at it. Look, since we got to talk about,
you clearly Kareem Akbar. You know what I'm saying? You are the head of the CMB, and you will suffer. You know what I'm saying? So you take that, we gotta take it.
I think at the end of the day, I think you're emotional, and I know what buttons to press. I think that's valuable in a show like ours. You know what I mean?
Nah, I ain't trying to hear that, man.
You know what I mean? I think you. I'm not gonna say you skip, because Skip be tripping, but
he do.
I ain't, bro. Don't ever
Skip be tripping.
He do be tripping.
Don't ever disrespect me. If anybody skip, you skip.
Me?
You like a reverse skip, because you know what I'm saying.
What?
You be riding LeBron like a rodeo. You know what I'm saying? So
I at first off, pause. That was.
See, I wasn't. See, look. See, I wasn't.
So anyway.
Secondly, I just want to make
there's
sure.
No firstly, there's no secondly. We're gonna reel it back in.
Oh, now you want to reel it back in?
Yeah,
so
we are, because you're talking about men in the middle of my women's segment. So yes, I'm reeling it back in.
I put the detective on the ropes, and now all of a sudden you want to pull it back in. But when you was on my one, you know what I'm saying? You ain't say nothing.
Listen, you should have did it in my segment in the WNBA. You know, I hate when the shine is off my ladies to talk about the men players.
Hey, is this an accurate depiction? Yes, thank you. Thank you, big bro. I appreciate that. Pause.
Thank you.
So give me this. I was watching Chelsea. I was watching Chelsea get to her shots, get to her areas on the floor, get to her spots, right? Watching her pass, do everything. Is this an accurate depiction? And I'm watching this. I went back and watched the highlights today. Like, is it accurate of me to compare her to Chris Paul? I really believe their games are very similar.
No, don't do her like that.
Why not?
Because she comes through in the clutch. Stop it.
Oh no! Come on, man. I ain't went that far. I'm just talking about the way they play.
I see what you're saying, but when it comes down to, like, I agree with bro, like the clutchness, he's not there.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I wouldn't even talk about that. I was talking about the game itself. She looks to get to her spots. She opens up the floor. She takes open like
if you
she's
want to be
very
real,
crisp. Like I saw her get to that elbow a few times in that game, and I was like, there was nothing you were gonna do to stop her from shooting that shot
at all.
If you want to be real, she Curry, because you got to guard her
at all times. Like you have to guard her you can't leave her alone. And that's the problem, because it's like you're not going to get a game.
I'll give you that.
You are not going to get a game where Kelsey's off like that.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if she's open, Jackie Young really didn't have a game that I thought she was going to have either. So it's like, but yeah.
Yo, shout out to Jackie Young. She always looked like a Just For Me model.
Yo, bro, your analogies be crazy, dog. I appreciate it, though. Thank you very much for bringing that to the show.
Look, I appreciate beautiful women who play basketball, who talk about basketball, or just
and speaking of beautiful women who play basketball.
The coffee this morning and called me handsome. How you doing, man?
She around here somewhere, right? One of the 4 people watching. I feel and since we talk about beautiful women that play basketball, shout out to the WNBA commissioner coming out today talking about they're going to have an exhibition game in Canada. We talked about this earlier pre-show, and like Drake, I feel like Drake is going to be in on this and make this thing a spectacle, and maybe kind of grow that audience to see what happens. But I think even being able to do something like that in Canada is going to be absolutely crazy. Do y'all feel the same?
Yes, especially with Drake behind it. According to the article that I read, The Athletic, the reason why they're doing Toronto as a preseason game because they made the short list for teams for expansion. So on that list, it's Toronto, Nashville, Oakland, Philly, Portland, and San Francisco. So I
go Oakland. Give me Oakland and Toronto. I'm good.
I like Philly. I like Philly and Toronto.
You know what, Miles? You say these things and you do this on purpose, but eventually you're gonna have to see me, boss.
I like Toronto, and I want Oakland.
Common sense tells you that Philly is gonna be one of the top 2 places you're gonna go. Number 1, because of the fans, and because the game of basketball outside of New York.
Oakland got fans.
It's a Philly thing. Yo, don't try to play me.
Oakland got fans.
After Kalia,
and Golden State just left. Left Oakland. They're hurting for a team.
That's why
Philly got one.
Listen, Toronto and Philly, and the Bay would be perfect. That's number 3. But you got to go to Philly.
We on the same page.
No, we're not.
I would say those are my top 3. Philly,
the bottom
Toronto,
of our page.
San Francisco.
The footnotes.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like
one issue. Do you see an issue?
Dog.
One issue that they said might be a problem in Toronto is because they only can fly commercial under the current CBA rules that are there.
I got you.
Man, they got to get rid of that, yo. That's done.
It's too much money in the game, bro. I feel like you should be able to do something more than that.
This league is seeing the highest average viewers they've seen in years.
You got to ride.
The finals were.
You got
advertising dollars. This is literally like their bird magic era that they're coming into right now of greatness. The WNBA has to take advantages. Like this.
Come on now. Come on, talk
to
them.
You have all these stars out here that you can be marketing. Like these are not only beautiful women, these are women who ball and who go hard on a consistent basis. And you have an opportunity literally to put them on a platform. Everybody keeps talking about, women's empowerment. Well, put your money behind it and do something about it.
But they do have something in the WNBA where I forgot the name of it. I'm not going to even say here in front where they choose this is the second year of it where they have players that they push. Like Benijah Laney's one of them. Mm-hmm. I think it was Dee Richards was the other one. So I believe that they're trying to push players, but I need it to be other players or more players.
That's
or the players
page. That's a page out of David Stern's book. So I mean, if you're gonna copy somebody, copy a GOAT. So I ain't mad at it,
man. Like bring some of them cats back, man, and do something with it. Only thing about Toronto is I know people will be upset is Drake was trying to get Liz to come be on the Toronto squad.
But I just think he loves Toronto more.
Yeah, it's a big fact.
About he's more about his city than a specific player. Not taken away from what Liz does, but if he has the opportunity to be like, bring a WNBA team here, he's gonna ride and
I mean, you see him on the sideline of the Toronto. You look for him during the game when they were in the finals a few years back in the playoffs. Period. You look for Drake on the sideline. So you get Drake to support the WNBA Toronto team like that. That's solid.
Others are gonna fall in line and feel like it's a great
you'll get it.
Like you have it, but sometimes you need certain ones to start.
Oh yeah, I think you'll get a Jack Nicholson in LA, or a Kevin Hart, Meek Mill in Philly. You'll get that if you push the right squads. And Drake will have to kind of lead that front in Toronto, but I think it can definitely happen, man. I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be cool. Kamish came out with that and said it. I think it's gonna be definitely dope, man.
The date will be announced at a later time.
Definitely, I'm excited about it. Look, man. And speaking of greats, Manu Ginobili is officially a Hall of Famer, dog. How you feel about that? We talked about this earlier pre-show. The team aspect, is he the same without Timmy and Tony? And yeah, go ahead.
To the both of y'all.
What's up?
What is a Hall of Famer to you? Like if you were someone say, I want you to choose the next round of Hall of Famers, what would be your, list?
Like criteria?
Criteria. Thank you, bro.
I think for me, I think you got to be a game changer. I think you got to be a game changer. You got to be consistent. I think, like if you like having 1 year of I averaged 27 points that year, but I never did it again. I don't think that's a Hall of Famer. I think a Hall of Famer consistently does it at a high rate for a while. I mean, you got to at least give me 6-7 years of just okay. That dude's a dog, and he was averaging 25 and 10 for 7 years. Like Dwight Howard to me. He don't get a lot of respect. He's a Hall of Famer. Multiple defensive player of the years. Huh?
He's easily a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Yes.
He's in top 75.
Yeah, okay. I was like, he should. We had this conversation. He was like, why is he not on that list?
I got nervous, bro. I don't know what you said. I was about to be like, well, you got to draw the line somewhere, bro. But nah, definitely. Like people like that. He was considered multiple time defensive player of the year. In his heyday, put LeBron on his butt, like, and kind of robbed us of that Kobe LeBron finals we wanted to see. You know what I mean? Dwight came in and was a monster in Orlando. So I think people like that. He was consistent for a while. He's a Hall of Famer. So I think criteria wise, you just got to do it at a high level for a minute. You know what I mean?
I think
here we go.
I think Hall of Famer. I think when you think Hall of Fame, I think about somebody who like has consistently given more to the game than they've taken away. Like
the Hall of Fame, boys.
When people talk about the Hall of Fame, everybody just talks about the NBA, but you have to think about international play and how much that plays a part into it. Like you look at somebody like Oscar Smith, you know what I mean, who had an amazing career, who probably became to NBA and dominated. Manu's the same way. Most people won't see Manu and be like, oh, Manu stands out. But when you look at Manu's international career, man,
he win Argentina a gold medal.
He's a two-time Italian Cup MVP, I think.
Dude's a monster.
Cup champion. Like his joints is like that. And then when you look at what he did in the NBA, also, I mean, he literally came in and he legitimized originally what people looked at as a sixth man, and then dominated in ways where you couldn't ignore it. And you have to give a lot of that credit also to Coach Pop, because Coach Pop is the one who literally made this a popular thing to do with the EuroLeague players when it wasn't. I mean, you still look at people like, Arvidas Sabonis. So when I think about Hall of Famers, I'm not just looking at their NBA career. I'm looking at college. I'm looking at what they've done internationally. That's one of the reasons why
you're looking at their basketball.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why when people say Grant Hill, and I'm like, Grant Hill's a Hall of Famer, easy. Grant Hill was like part of the transcendent of the game that changed from college to NBA. He was the original LeBron in many ways.
Seriously.
So when I think about Hall of Fame, I think about you pouring so much into the game, not only in the States, but internationally, that you cannot be ignored.
Facts. I like it. I think Manu deserves it.
Definitely deserves it.
Absolute monster. I mean, anytime we played him or got to play him, I remember that year we had Steve Nash and Dwight Howard, and they got to play 16 games together. And the Spurs mollywopped them in the first round. I was like, all right, cool. It is what it is. If I'm gonna lose to somebody, I'm glad it's popping the Spurs. I can't do nothing about it. But yeah, man, Manu definitely does. Shout out to Manu Ginobili, man. Let's get to this hoops hype list, man, for real. I was watching this earlier, pop up on TikTok, and hoopshype.com came out with their top 10 point guards going into the season. Now, when I read this list, I was now, mind you, if you ever get a chance, hoopshype.com, I'm shouting them out. I won't give them no more marketing at this point. But they did a list for every position. Every list to me feels like I need some clickbait. Like it really felt to me like you want to argue and you want to get us riled up to get people to your site. Mm-hmm. And no disrespect to them, but this list was kind of crazy to me, and we'll probably do another list next week because there's a podcast on TikTok that I follow that did it, and I saw the small forwards last week, and I was like, y'all crazy. I said, bro, I don't know.
I gotta send me that. I gotta watch that. To you.
So look, this is what they got. We're gonna go through it, and I can kind of play your face or do whatever. But let's look at this real quick because it kind of threw me off when I was reading. Okay, so we got at number 10, I got Drew Holiday. All right, how we feel about Drew Holiday number 10? We good?
I mean, he made my 10, but I feel it.
He's not top 10. Ouch. Sheesh. Okay. All right, number 9, Shai Gilgeous, SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out of OKC. We got at number 8, Kyrie Irving. Number 7, Woodruss's boy, James Harden.
James is not a point guard, though.
He's not. He's a shooting guard.
But he plays point in Philly.
No, he doesn't. He's a shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard. That's why I don't understand these lists.
Tyrese Maxey is the point guard. He's not no. You got to remove that because James is not a point guard. He's a shooting guard.
All right. In 6, we got Chris Paul. At 5, this is funny because on the other video, this is where they laughed too when Chris Paul was at number 6. 5, we got Damian Lillard. Number 4, we got Trae Young. Number 3, we got Ja Morant. Number 2, we got Steph Curry. And number 1, we got Luka Doncic. Now, tell me after reading that or hearing that, what are your thoughts and how do you feel about this top 10 that they got going?
They definitely wanted to just draw people to their podcast or website. I mean, how can you not give the champion the number 1? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand that. I get it. He was 2-1, but how do you not give the champion number 1?
That's a big fact.
We're going to ignore what Voice just said.
We're going to respond to you later, Voice. I can't even have this conversation with you. But yes.
I mean, I know a lot of people be mad about me because I love CP3 and I can't.
Is going he higher into on that list? Is he higher than number 6?
Yeah.
Who does he push out though? I don't know who he pushes out.
Who?
She said Chris Paul is higher than 6.
Chris Paul is higher than 6.
I have him
at 5. Who does he push out?
I got Chris Paul at 4.
Father in heaven.
So that's why I said, are you sure you want to have this conversation?
And I'm saying this from a place of being critical of Chris Paul right now because of last year.
I'm just not a believer. I'm not a believer in a number 4. I still think he's a top point guard. He's a liability to me. No, I feel it.
Who you got at 4 and 5? Since I have 5, he has 4. No, Miles. Who you got? He's gonna say something bogus.
I'm looking.
I took it in the group text when he said it, and I was like, "All right, we already know where this is going."
Listen, if I had to look, at it,
he gonna say 5 and 6. He gonna say Bronny James. Watch.
You always give this beautiful story before you come out with this nonsense.
What is your 10 overall, Miles?
Nonsense.
What is your 10 overall, Miles?
I think Drew stays there. I think he's still top 10. I think I would take SGA over him.
You ain't like my top 10 then.
I don't think who was in your top 10 that wasn't.
SGA is cool, but he's not. If I'm looking at all the point guards in the league, I'm not like, oh my god.
He's like 25 and 8 though. Do something.
He's 25 and 8 on an empty stat team, bro. Like that doesn't.
I mean, I hear you, but that's not his fault. I mean,
I don't see.
Tell the organization to get better. Who comes
Who's
out
five?
of the 10 to put yours
Who's
in?
5 for you? Stop trying to ignore the question. I didn't forget. Who is 5?
All right, let me look at this here.
Man, you know what? Just give us your 10, bro. Like, stop this madness so we can do ours. Just give us your 10, dog. Like, you up.
I'm going to go first. I got Steph, Luka, Ja, Trey, Kyrie, CP3, Darius Garland, Dame, LaMelo, and I'm going to put Drew Holiday at 10.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not mad at Melo and Garland. I think Drew comes out. I don't think Kyrie Irving makes my top 10 because I just didn't see him last season. Like I feel like he has to earn that back. That's how I look at it.
So you making him earn it back. You're not going based off what you know he can do.
That's
I don't know what he's gonna do this year. I don't know if he's gonna play 40 games or play 30 or he might play 60 games.
I have CP3 at 5 because when he's on the court, they shoot at 73.4% at the rim.
I mean,
14.4% jumping in efficiency. So
I love the way that he plays, and I'm not going to deny that he's a point guard. I just feel like he slows it down so much for me.
Okay, give us the number. Give us the list now.
Bull scared. Let me go ahead and be a man.
Thank you.
And
all right, go ahead and give you a 10 talk. I'm gonna make mine right now.
So I got Steph, Luka, Ja, Chris Paul, Trae Young, Dame, Kyrie, Jamal Murray, Melo, and I got Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey's top 10?
If you saw what Maxey did against the best,
Barry's not better than Maxey
last year. Maxey
did you say
against
Flash?
Put it this way.
He's on Philly.
Put it this way. And you know what?
I might just came on the team. We top 10.
I'm not even paying attention to see. But let's look at, and me and C Mike was talking about this too. Look at the game that Maxey had against Ja. That was the coming out game, and boy did not go down since then. He gave Garland business. He was giving CP3 the business, even though Phoenix won that game when we needed to win that game. He gave your favorite point guard the business last year, and it's going to get worse this year.
My favorite was my favorite.
Think about whoever your favorite point guard is. He gave him the work because you scared to get your top 10 out there. So
I just can't put I can't put him.
You keep talking about everything you can't do. Can you please give us your list?
If you scared, say you scared, big fella.
No, I'm not scared at all. If I had to give mine, it'd be Steph, Luka, Ja, Trey, Dame, Chris, Melo, Garland, SGA.
You still have Dame above Chris?
I want Dame over Chris. I just feel like the way that Chris plays, it's like play right now at my speed, and I'm gonna play at this speed, which is great for him. But I'm like, I can't put Chris on. I can't put him on Charlotte and be like they're gonna be great because he's at point.
Chris Paul?
Like, that's not the style of play. Like I just don't like Chris's style of play. I don't know.
Chris Paul?
Yes.
I don't like his style of play. I don't.
Chris Paul is went to. He's improved. What are you talking about?
I didn't say he didn't. I didn't say. I just don't like his style of play.
He's top 6. He's not gonna.
He's one.
So you'd rather have Dame? You know what?
Y'all have him at 5. I have him at 6. It's not that big a deal.
No, he has him 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, see. It is.
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
I don't think.
We need to do a complete list. We need to do.
I'm gonna give you Steph. I'm gonna give you Luka. And if I'm honest with you, like I'm giving Steph because he came off a finals run in the ring. I don't think he's gonna be top throughout the middle of the season. Like we get to the All-Star break, I don't think he's number 1.
Big dog, you said that last year. Stop it.
No, I didn't.
You slandered Steph last year also. Stop it.
Slandered Steph? How
you
do that?
Slandered Steph last year. You would not give Steph the credit. Whether you want to say it or not, Steph is the best point guard in the NBA. Steph is literally one of the best point guards of all time, and it's time you show the respect that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? Because he done son your man a couple times. So you need to put this to rest. All right? You need to pay homage.
No, I'm not a Warriors fan, but Kyrie's.
You need to pay homage and stop.
The best in the league.
Best in the league.
Yes.
Arguably one of the greatest of all time. I can't tell you 5 point guards of all time that I would take ahead of Steph Curry outside of.
I'm not arguing that.
Isaiah.
I'm not arguing that.
So how are you sitting here saying?
I just think midway through the season, I don't think he'll be number 1. Why y'all? I don't understand me saying that.
You're talking nonsense.
Is this a trigger for you?
You have.
This is a
Dame
trigger for
over
you.
Chris, which I don't understand how you someone that don't do nothing anytime in the playoffs.
This is why
when has Dame had a team?
It doesn't matter.
Like what? I'm taking.
I mean, it does matter, but
you put Dame on Phoenix. They probably do more.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. No.
Chris Paul is literally.
But we've never been able to see that from Dame. Be honest.
Chris Paul is a facilitator who makes everybody better. I like Dame, but Chris Paul can literally probably play. He's like 45 and still have teams in the playoffs.
Well, duh, because he plays at a snail's pace. He probably play till he's 50 the way he play.
That's not. But
let's be honest here.
But you're playing right into the point.
Big old head of LA Fitness. That's Chris Paul.
Big dog, you've been refuting yourself like all day, bro.
I
thought we saw eye to eye, like on most parts.
You just like Chris Paul more than me. That's all it is.
Look.
Yes, I do like Chris Paul more than you, but when you're thinking of list, you don't think of who you like more. If that was the case, LeBron would be number one. You do it based on who they're, you know what I'm saying? Their game.
It's that scene in Training Day where Jake.
LeBron be number one for anything if we're going on favorite player, but I
don't think we can still have the same conversation about Steph being number one. That's all. I'm just talking about this season. I'm not talking about prolonged top 5, top 10.
Said the same thing last year.
Guys,
stop.
I hope you continue to tune into the squad, and we're gonna have this debate.
Like, cut it out
after the All-Star break. So make sure our 4 guests that we're tune in after All-Star.
This is the trigger for you, bro. I don't understand.
It's just ridiculous, man.
I don't think Steph will be number one after the All-Star break.
Cut it out, man. Okay.
I got Luka. I like Luka.
You ever seen the Michael Jordan smoking commercial? Stop it.
Yeah. So right.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Traded on you like 30 minutes into the show. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You're like the worst supervillain ever, bro.
But Steph is my number one. You don't like my follow-up comment. That's the problem.
Because your follow-up comment is trash because you said the same thing last year, Skip.
So okay, so let me. I'm gonna pull this up real quick.
Skip Austin.
I don't understand. Let me.
I'm just not understanding the why do you feel that way?
You may see cross her arms, bro. You see that?
So 25, 6, and 5.
And I'm not a Warriors fan.
She crossed her arms, dog.
I'm just so you truly don't believe. I think
Jake.
Seriously.
You think you gonna do this to me?
I just think that they even they're gonna have another urgency because Clay wasn't even 100%. And I just think that he wants to get it playing having a better season.
Look, I'm not saying he won, he got a ring, he's the best point guard because he was the best player on the best team. But if we're talking about numbers, if we're just looking at numbers, like Luka had better numbers than him last year, but he wouldn't.
You know what's crazy is that Miles really ain't even got an argument. He's just throwing stuff out there now. He's trying to.
He averaged 25, 6, and 5 last year. I'm not saying that's solid, but I just don't think he's gonna be number one come All-Star break.
Like 37 and 8, and he didn't have the best season, so I'm not going by that. I'm literally going by what he does. And you can talk about Luka all you want to, but who put Luka out of the playoffs last year?
Bro, I'm not
Stop it.
If you're going player for player, we can have a conversation. But team,
if we're going, I guarantee you this. If we're going player for player, I'm taking the unanimous MVP and the four-time champion. So you can say whatever you want to say about that. That's a moot point. What you are saying is ridiculous.
You can say whatever you want to say.
And on that note,
team versus team. That's what you're talking about.
Still trying to add to it.
I'm not trying to add to nothing, but don't compare the Mavericks to the Warriors. That's a silly argument.
You are talking about
player to player.
You are literally talking about a top 5 point guard of all time.
That's fine.
Top 3.
You think Luka's gonna make top 5 of all time point guards?
I think the ceiling is high. If he gets listen to what I'm saying to you. If Steph Curry wins no rings, he's Luka. What? He's the greatest. He's the greatest shooter of all time, and he averaged 25, 5, and 5.
Good night.
That's it.
Good night.
He got 4 rings because he had a solid team, solid coach. People don't get that. Steph has been an amazing. Let's be honest, bro, for real.
That man said the greatest 3-point shooter of all time would be Luka Doncic if he didn't.
Right?
If he wins no rings, we're not talking about Steph like that, for real.
Thank you for.
But even if he didn't have the rings, he still has the greatest shooter of all time.
Not even arguing it. I would never argue it at all.
So how is he Luka without? You know what?
That's what I'm saying to you.
No, I'm saying how can you
can't compare? He got 4 rings and an amazing team. Of course, he's gonna be good. Like I'm not. Look, this is what I'm saying to you.
So
on my
his
list,
scoring title has to do with the fact that he's on the Warriors.
On my list, he was number 1. Right?
No,
you put Clay on a different team, Steph on a different team, Draymond on a different team. We're not having the same conversation.
So you telling me that the only reason why he got this scoring title is because he was on the Warriors?
No, he's the greatest shooter of all time. Period.
Exactly. So if you
did that in Charlotte, he did that in Charlotte. Same thing. He didn't go.
Okay, then. So how is that Luka?
Because Luka is an all-star on the Mavericks. Steph would have been an all-star on any team that he was on.
He still would be the greatest shooter.
I'll give you that, but he's not the greatest point guard because he's the greatest shooter. That don't add up.
No, but it's to the argument that you would say he would be a Luka. I love Luka.
He'd be an amazing player. He'd be an amazing player on a team that didn't win nothing.
Yeah, that's a horrible take, but great job.
That's a terrible take.
Call it horrible, but anybody with four rings and 2 in an MVP and a Finals MVP that's not. You can't compare that to a Luka.
You started out the show with a wiretap and you ended it with ridiculous.
It is what it is, man. It's how I feel. That's how I feel. Great job. Steph Curry would not be number 1 point guard come All-Star break.
Steph would be Luka Doncic if he was.
That's the part where Steph
with no rings.
We're not even talking about you talking about the one.
With no rings.
Tap out, Miles.
With no rings.
Okay, guys, the 494 has ended their show.
Yo, he stood on that so tough. I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna stay at the 10 toes, baby. Hey, look, appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. 494 here on MTMV Sports. You know exactly how it goes, man. You here for it? I'm here for it. We all here for it. In your feelings, in your emotions, in your face. We give it to you real time. It's basically how we do it. There's no other way to give it. You know what I mean? Is there any other way to give it, Will?
Hi, Asia. How you doing?
I'm ending the show. 494 MTV Sports. Tap in with us, man. Y'all be easy.